Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm going to show you tonight is a pretty interesting one. The gun controllers in Illinois, Governor Pritzker, who signed his lauded AWB, the assault weapons ban, to solve all the problems with the mandatory registration of January 1 of this year, just blinked. I'm about to show you what their gamble was, what just occurred, and why this is not being talked about, because this is actually a lot bigger deal. We have moved into another phase of this, and this is the part where we really shine. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think, and of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. And this content is brought to you by American Hartford Gold, and then we're going to get back to the content today is brought to you by American Hartford Gold. And brothers and sisters, with everything popping off around the world, wars cracking off, we've got inflation issues, we've got stock market volatility, we have cash concerns, we have oil concerns. It's a good time to take a look and at least know your options with American Hartford Gold. They are dedicated to offering gold, silver, platinum, coins, and bars for your investing needs. Whether you want to do it delivered to your door or you want an IRA, Roth IRA, 401k, TSP, they've got options. This is something you guys should check out. At American Hartford Gold, they aim to educate clients about investments in the precious metal industry, strive to provide unparalleled customer service built on trust, integrity, and absolute transparency, while holding a goal of achieving 100% customer satisfaction. Click the link in the description or call 844-727-3199. That's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. Again, that's 844-727-3199 or text Langley to 65532. All right, beautiful people. On a personal note, I apologize for the interruption in schedule today. Unfortunately, my family and I had to put down our basset hound today for health reasons that were kind of looming, but I appreciate your patience and we're back on schedule. So never fun, but that is life. But let's continue here. So one of the things that is really important to understand is the political ramifications of this assault weapons ban. Okay, so for example, if you just look at the just small little action of signing an assault weapons ban, the left says, "Ha, we won." If you zoom out and you look at the entire macro trend, nationally and also locally, it changes a little bit. For example, they took a massive gamble in saying an assault weapons ban with a mandatory registration date of January 1 of 2024. The reason that that's a gamble is they're running the risk and taking it outside of their control. What if no one does X? What if no one registers? As you guys know, it's about 1% of the FOID holders across the board. I'm going to show you all the stats in a second. So what just happened that makes it blink, and what's the next move? Check this out. This is really, really key because they got called, and listen to what their first subtle move is, because it just happened. Protect Illinois Communities Act regulation on assault weapons ban. And you guys know what this is, but I'm just going to hit one little point here. You have to do this by January 1 of 2024. This is coming from the actual site. Everything's linked right down there. In fact, this is kind of a dead giveaway right here. If you look at the website, this kind of teases what I'm referencing. See the very top, there's a rolling banner. This is the actual registration site for the Pika, which, by the way, is hilarious because it's a mountain mouse in, like, Argentina, but unrelated. Endorsement affidavits for assault weapons, assault weapon attachments, 50 caliber rifles, and 50 caliber cartridges must be submitted by January 1, 2024. That's what we call a deadline in the business, in any business, actually. But you have to have a deadline, and therefore the portal would close, right? And therefore anybody outside of that would face misdemeanor and federal state level felony charges. That's what they said. That was the rules. That's what passed. Here's the question, and this is what kind of tickled my brain a little bit. Today's the 9th of January. This is 8 days past the registration mandated requirement. Why is it still posting that? Again, look at the why. If it was all about that mandatory date of the 1st on 2024, and that's when criminal penalties were going to kick in, why is it still up? Again, I'll ask for the people in the back, why is it still up? Back out a little bit more. Look at the macro trend again. The gamble was everyone would comply with what you said. They didn't. In fact, look at the numbers, and then we're going to tie all of this together because this has a much broader spectrum nationally. This is a much bigger deal than they want to talk about. So as you can see here, this is the PCAS statistics. October 1 through December 31. Now notice, that date didn't change, but the number of disclosures are still increasing. This is still an active registration, again, to the point of what I'm about to hit. As you can see here, the total individuals completing is about 30,000 people, let's round up, out of 2.4 million FOID cards. Okay, it's about 1%. And again, there's lots of different variables, but it's roughly around 1% compliance. A 99% non-compliance rate. Again, going back to what I said earlier with the gamble, this is where it all comes together. And here is the actual picture of the registration site, which I took about 20 minutes ago as I was filming this video tonight on the 9th. It is still active and open, 100%. So this is why this video is so key. They have not taken the step of closing the registration period. Understand, that is not an accident, and that is not inconsequential. Think about this from their perspective, okay? Again, we aren't amazing at doing this in the gun world, because a lot of the times we focus on the little micro move that they made, like assault weapons bans or mag bans or whatever ban they're going to do. We don't look at the macro occasionally, and if you do, look at it from their perspective. Go into their zone. If you look at what they have to do, they are now between a rock and a hard place. They have to either close the registration and accept ultimate defeat on 1% of registration, which has its own egg on its face problems, or they have to do what other states have done. This is the tie-in nationally. They have to do what other states have done who have put registration deadlines. They have to keep on pushing the registration back and back and back and back, losing credibility. Now, on the other side of this, the other alternative they have is they can always start arresting people, making criminal offenses, and making examples out of them. But if they do that, they go to the Supreme Court because now there's injury. It's only a matter of time. You understand the rock and the hard place that they are in. The next step that we're going to wait on is when they close this registry. This is not a small potatoes thing. If you see them close this registry, that's admission of defeat. If they keep it open, that's admission of defeat. Understand, we have them exactly where we want them currently, only in a localized state, and we have other states that have done the exact same thing with mag ban deadlines. I think Colorado was one. I want to say it was Connecticut that did the other one. Don't hold me on that one. But my point is, sitting at 1% registration, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is quite a situation that this gamble that they put them in, and they did not think it was going to happen, and I promise you, we are going to win this fight in the end, across the board. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.